Hello everyone, and welcome back to Journey Beyond the Abyss. Things are happening, and they're not good. At the moment, I have massive problems recording, so a whole bunch of footage is missing. Because either OBS breaks or the game breaks. For now on, I will use the time plate indicator here. Those of you who look in the Discord have probably seen the screenshot. I played a lot since that screenshot, and I played a lot before. There is footage of none of this. Let me show you what I did. So, first I found out that I didn't get any glacial shards. Then I saw, I'm not producing enough energy, so I made a new kind of engine, the biogas engine. Let's see. Engine. Stirling biogas engine. Those lapis blocks are the most expensive thing, but not a big problem. Strangely enough, they don't take biogas, they take lava. I tried it out with every biosubstance I had available, like ethanol, the raw biomass, whatever. It didn't work. But now I have a nice motor block. And in preparation of things to come, I'm making redstone chipsets. Right, then I noticed that I had problems getting water for my machines, which then led me to find out that my power system was technically producing enough energy, but it was not distributing it enough. So I started doing shit with levers and batteries, having them, they're dismounted. Just having batteries flip-flop on and off, so I could use the more expensive machines, like especially this one. What am I actually making here? Silicon compound. Of course, because I ran out of silicone for a while and had a nearly full tank of chloromethane. Then, as you can see, the whole thing stopped because I'm full on toxic waste. That's only... that's why. Okay. I need to vent the flue gas. Void the tank. Now you can go. I don't need flue gas in these amounts. Right. So, then on my quest for power distribution, I figured I should use these new extremely expensive energy cables from Industrial Renewal. For 3 tier 3 microchips, I get 4 low voltage cables that turn into 1 MV cable, and 3 of those, that means 9 of the starting cables, give me 1 HV energy cable. I invested half a stack of tier 3s to get these 3. And down in the energy bunker, I have as an insert these 3 power cells. So now I can actually use the 10,000 FE per tick. And I probably need to double this, because I still don't think this is enough. So I'll need to redo all of this, because the problem was that the sides of the power cells had only 5,120 FE per tick as a maximum output, which was not enough. Very much not enough. So, rewiring. But in the 10 hours that I have spent since the last episode, at least I have a lot of silicon. And, well, no, silicon up there is not empty yet. And soon there will be a new one. Well, as soon as I get power over it. And yeah, this also is full with toxic waste. So I'll need to wait for that toxic waste to be processed before this can go on. What else did I do? Well, I should grab silicon. I need silicon. I need to make more microchips. I'm going to need so many microchips. And this silicon will evaporate quickly. So I guess 3 stacks of tier 3s. That's what I'm aiming for. Do I have enough of you? I don't. What's missing? Gold. Yeah, I was hand feeding a lot of things, and I was forgetting to hand feed a lot of things. I made some different stuff as well. I need to feed this some ingredients then. And yes, you... No power. Well, yeah, I need to fix power first. Another thing that I have now plenty is ice shards. Where do you come from? Why? Why are you doing this? These are all full. Who is giving me a blue signal? God. Oh. This is an AND gate? No, it's an OR gate. So, okay, good. Of course, because there's no power, there's no liquid. Also, the silo is nearly full of sand, which is nice. And I have a new kind of bee. Redstone bees. They will need to be rebred with obsidian bees, and I want them for the crystal cones which gives me crystal grains, and with crystal grains I can make apatite and nether quartz on demand. Also, I have tropical bees. They're just ignoble, which is not ideal, but I do get silky combs, which allow me to make upgrades. I'm still working on... Let's just move them quickly. I'm still working on industrious bees that are actually night workers. Normal fast snow is not ideal. Nocturnal, there we are. Perfect. Industrial, full thirst, nocturnal. Industrial, not nocturnal. Not nocturnal. Short life, no. Well, it's short life as well. You also have short lives. It doesn't matter. Now I just need to stabilize this gene line and I'm golden. You can go in here. The same I want to try with those forest bees, and here is something that doesn't work. I was trying to get forest bees to make glacial spikes. This does only work because it's a hybrid, but purebred forest bees can never make those. So I would need to juggle them, which I don't want to do. But there is a forest bee with things. Also majestic bees that are ignoble and not nocturnal. Why did I do that? Was there any reason for me to do that? Great. My imperial bee became a valiant bee, which is not ideal. Do I have pure drone? I do. So let's crossbreed in again. Imperial bees. What did I do here? Long-lived forest bees that are nocturnal, yes. Let's see. You aren't. You are. And you are 3. You're also interesting. So let's try you 2 and throw you in a box to figure it out. So, yes, let's grab resources. These were in line still. I also made a whole lot of other resources. And yeah, stuff was happening. And I think I will record only when things are happening, and I think I will cut out the chaff, because at the moment it's running okay now, but it's just a crash waiting to happen, I guess. I fear. Why did you get silver grit? Oh well. Anyway, so I will rewire the base, and I think this will be a time lapse then. So if you want, enjoy some music, and well, yeah, see you next time when I hopefully have a functioning power distribution system, and then I can tackle the lathe and the other machines.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Hanson, walk 2, now. Engage.
And at this point, OBS broke again, so you are spared the rest of the cabling madness, which took a bit. We'll meet next week when all of this is behind me and I go on to do the next stupid thing. See you then, everyone. Goodbye.